So today on our training, we'll be looking at the software to be used. So you can see from the picture I have here, you can see that we're going to be using ArcGIS. So you can see ArcGIS logo here and here. So the software to be used for this training is ArcGIS Desktop. So let's introduce you into what ArcGIS Desktop is all about. But before we move into the ArcGIS, let's look at the history. So ArcGIS Desktop is a family of client, server, and online geographic information system, GIS. The software was developed and maintained by ESRI, Environmental Science Research Institute. I think their headquarters is in Canada. So ArcGIS was first released in 1982, and it was released as ArcInfo. It's basically more like a command line based GIS. So ArcInfo was later merged into ArcGIS Desktop. So that was how the ArcGIS Desktop came about. It started as a command line GIS based software, and later it was merged into ArcGIS Desktop, which was eventually superseded by ArcGIS Pro in 2015. Additionally, ArcGIS Server is a server-side GIS and geodata sharing software. So, ESRI in brief. Prior to the ArcGIS suite, ESRI had focused its software development on the command line, that's the ArcInfo workstation program, and several graphical user interface-based products such as the ArcView GIS 3.x, the desktop program. Other ESRI products included the map object, a programming library for developers, and ArcSDE as a relational database management system. The various products had branched out into multiple source trees and did not integrate well with one another. In January of 1997, ESRI decided to revamp its GIS software platform, creating a single integrated software architecture. So the ArcGIS Desktop packages. In ArcGIS, there are 4 packages in it. So one of it is ArcGlobe, which is a 3D visualization application that allows you to view large amount of GIS data on a globe surface. ArcGlobe provides a new and unique way to view and analyze your GIS data. Spatially referenced data is placed on a 3D globe surface, displayed in its true geodetic location. Number 2 is ArcCatalog, which contains a number of toolbox or toolbar that are used to view database or dataset and perform a number of workspace and information managing tasks in ArcGIS. For example, when using the Preview tab to view your data in a map view, you can use the Geography toolbar to zoom and pan across your dataset. The next we have is, the third is ArcMap. Users can create and manipulate data sets to include a variety of information. For example, the maps produced in ArcMap generally include features such as north arrow, scale bar, title, legend, neatline, etc. The software package includes a style set of these features, as well as the ability to upload numerous other reference style to apply to any mapping function. So ArcMap is the main mapping application which allows you to create maps, query attributes, analyze spatial relationships, and lay out final project. So we're going to look at a few components of ArcMap. One of it is layout. Now the layout view of ArcMap may seem overwhelming at first glance, but when a second look is taken, what is seen is two distinct sections of ArcMap. The data frame, where information is spatial, and the table of content where data is aligned in terms of importance. Yeah, symbology is changed also. All right, so we're going to take a look at this step by step. So we have the data frame, the section of ArcMap where the data is partially applied from the table of content. The data comes in features, raster, and layer. Now, features meaning it's a vector, and then the raster, and then the layer is also a combination of both the vector and the raster. Right? There are some data that are layer that are vectors, and there are some data that are raster that are also in layers. Right? So while working in the spatial section of the data, ground units like miles, kilometer, feet, meters, etc. are used and represented in the coordinate system defined. This is where the views can be changed between layout and data view. The data will be ordered according to the order in the table of content. The user can create multiple data frames within one table of content. The data frame, while in the view, will only view a single data frame at a time. We're only doing the theoretical framework of this course, which we will launch into the course shortly. So the next is the table of content. Table of content is the way that ArcMap represents what data is available to put into the data frame and how each layer is symbolized. The normal way to organize the layers is from top to bottom, with the base map elements such as street map or DEM listed at the bottom. The thematic map layers can be placed above to convey the message the map is being designed for. Other forms to view the table of content include listing layer by source, visibility, and selection. The most basic form is to stay with drawing order as described above. Now we're looking at the layout itself, the layout which are the two way of viewing maps on ArcMap. We have the data and the layout view. But this very layout is the one that has to do with where the maps are being produced, where you put your north arrow, where you're going to put your grid lines, your scale bar, inside everything that has to do with your map. So it's an essential map element. That's where you place your essential map element. All right. So I don't want to read it again. Just want to explain so that, yeah. So basically, this is where you do your formatting of space, you do your everything that has to do with the map that people will see at the end. It's been done in the layout view. And then the data view, which is where you are doing the work itself. So it's a geographic view of the data a user imports. So when you import the data, it's going to be at the data view. The user can explore, display, query data, edit files if the correct extensions are owned. The bulk of geographic processing will happen while in this view, such as symbology, imports of data, editing, coordinate system definition. Only data frame can be viewed. Only a data frame, that is, you can have multiple of data frame. So you can only view this, not that you can view I'm talking about when you want to view what will display on your data view will be only one data frame per time. So if you have multiple data frame, you can only view one data frame will be displayed at your data view. So it's not having multiple view like in ArcGIS imaging now. You can have multiple layers to view different things, but it's not done on ArcGIS. That's what this whole place is saying. So on the last package in ArcGIS Desktop, we have the ArcSim, which is a 3D visualization application that allows you to view your GIS data in three-dimensional places. ArcSense allows you to overlay many layers of data in a 3D environment. So basically, these are the 3D, the 4 packages available in ArcGIS Desktop. So we're going to be looking at them in this course, but what we're focusing on in this very course is the ArcMap, because we're not going to be doing anything 3D, we're not going to be doing anything, but we're going to be using ArcCatalog, we're going to be using ArcMap. So I welcome you officially into this ArcGIS Desktop from beginner to pro. The training begins in full.